In West Virginia Republican Senator Shelley Moore Capito. Senator, good morning to you. Member of the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee. Got a lot to get to. Walensky said on March 29th that she feared impending doom. That was fewer than 7 weeks ago. You were in the Oval Office yesterday when you heard the word. What happened?
Well, the president informed us that the CDC was going to make this announcement about if you're fully vaxxed, you don't need a mask. And so we all looked at each other and he went, whoop, and so did we. We took all of our masks off. It felt very freeing and we had a great discussion after that.
Just like that, huh? I mean, it was like flipping a switch.
Right. Right. And I think we all felt good about it, and it certainly helps the flow of the conversation, if you know what I mean.
We definitely know what you mean. What was missing from that new guidance yesterday, Senator, and thanks for being here, is guidance for America's children. I mean, your state is entirely back to school, 100% back for in-person learning. But as far as I know, all these kids, the youngest of them, the K through 12, they're all still wearing masks. So what about updated guidance on that?
I think we need updated guidance for our children, and I think that that it needs to come quickly to eliminate the confusion. And, you know, I was thinking about this in light of stories of this should have been announced earlier, and was it done for political reasons? You know, we've seen a lot of stops and starts during this entire pandemic, certainly over the last several months. And so I think clear, concise guidance is what we need. That's what we need to give families. But at this point, I think we're all enjoying here on Capitol Hill. There's a lot fewer masks, and we're all happy about it.
Were you struck by the fact that the president did not make a single mention of Operation Warp Speed? Whether it's Redfield or Azar or Girard or President Trump, none of that came yesterday. How come?
Well, I mean, I'm always one that wants to give credit where credit is warranted, and certainly Operation Warp Speed, President Trump put all of this into motion, and President Biden has followed through on it. But I will tell you, in the White House, after we took our masks off and we started talking about vaccinations, he realized he was sitting with 6 Republican senators who had voted to move forward with Operation Warp Speed. So he did give us a little bit of credit. I'll say that.
Okay, so go ahead, Smitty.
You and I caught up on Tuesday, Senator, and you told me that you believed, heading into the meeting with the president yesterday, that you could find some common ground, that there would be some bipartisan agreement when it came to infrastructure. You met with the president yesterday. He walked out of that meeting and said this. Listen.
I am very optimistic that we can reach a reasonable agreement. But even if we don't, it's been a good faith. There's a good faith effort that's been started.
But even if we don't, should we believe from that statement that he didn't see any agreement?
No, I think we left that meeting with assignments on each side, as you do on a negotiation. It was a very positive meeting. We were trying to define for the president where we think physical core infrastructure is, and he agreed with a lot of that, but it did not definitively so. And so we need to get to that. And then we started talking numbers and pay-fors. So we're going to go back to the president early next week with another offer that, in light of the conversation that we had, trying to seek that bipartisan agreement. The leadership in both the House and Senate has been very positive on both sides of the aisle. There's, I think, a consensus among members on, again, both sides of the aisle that this is something we've worked on for years together, and the president certainly acknowledged that. I think we're all desiring a result here. We're going to keep working towards that. So I'm not discouraged. I'm not discouraged at all.
I mean, yesterday you said you got to get very creative on the funding for it. We'll see how that comes out. But they can do it if they want. Do you agree?
Yes, they can do it if they want, but I think the president is sincere when he pledged on his inauguration day that he wanted to be inclusive and you know, encompass ideas from both sides of the aisle. He's also acknowledged if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I get that. I mean, we know what could happen here, but let's focus on the positive. We're hoping talks, all at the committee level. We're working these bills. I think it has good signs. You know, it's not over, and we've got a ways to go.
Senator, great to catch up with you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you all.
We'll talk again next week. Back now.